3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we are taking our very first look at the brand new Tier 8 Commonwealth ship, the Hector. So, without further ado, let's look at our commander. We're running Harold B. Farncombe with Ganucci Makawa and Jerzy Swirsky as our inspirations. I don't know why I have Jerzy Swirsky on here. I'll be honest. I should probably have... Or no. Makawa is the right one. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I'm crazy. So this is a full concealment build. I was thinking there was another commander for cruisers, but that's Makawa. Makawa is the cruiser detectability, and then this is the generic detectability. But anyway, running a full concealment build on this thing to allow me to get up close and personal. His base trait is your ship's detectability time after firing main battery guns inside a smoke screen is dropped by 13.5%, while firing... Oh, your detectability range is also reduced by 13.5%. And then, of course, the main battery reload time, just all the time, is reduced by 2.7%. Then we've got the igniter to add a little bit more fire chance to this thing. You could go for this, but I don't think you really need to. It does increase your range, though, which you may or may not want. These shells are extremely floaty, so you may not want to increase your range beyond what you already have. And then Velocious for maximum speed. And then finally, we have On Alert for faster damage control, reloads, and rudder shift. You could absolutely go for the smoke screen here, or you could go for fixated. This was just on here by default. I forget what I was using this on last, so... either of these would be a good option. I'm not saying you have to choose this, but this does allow you to see who's shooting at you or how many people are shooting at you, which comes in handy. But yeah, you don't really need the extra dispersion and grouping, so I wouldn't necessarily go with fixated. But the smoke screen dispersion time and deployment time may be useful for you. Maybe get an extra puff or two out of your smoke screen. It does have a rolling smoke. It's not a full speed smoke. You have to slow down. But if you're going like quarter speed, you can just continuously move. Or you can just sit still behind an island or something, or not behind an island, but sit still and use the smoke screen that way. But we are running fully packed, giving us extra heal, sonar, and smoke. So there you got that. Speaking of, we are running Aiming Systems Mod 1, Steering Gears Mod 2. You can go propulsion mod if you... Or actually, you can't go propulsion mod on this. I forgot. This is like a British ship. So, yeah. You get damage control or steering gears. Steering gears is nice because you're going to be needing to dodge quite a bit in this ship. Concealment, obviously. And then in the last slot, we're running main battery mod 3, which gives us a faster reload. I didn't run the epic module because I don't think you really need to. You already have an extremely fast reload. You're not going to get that much of a bonus for spending the steel on this one. The one thing I will say is, I swear to God, they said that the AA gun module that they were allowing to be epic and legendary were the AA guns mod 2 slot, right? Am I crazy? Which would be the first slot. But they clearly put it in the last slot, so I'm not sure why they said that. But clearly you can see that they did this. I don't know why they added these in like this. But yeah. Every other one, you just gotta upgrade it the old-fashioned way. But anyway, let's move on. Loadout. We do have 3 heals, like I said. It's pretty good heal. 687 hit points per second for 20 seconds is a very good heal for a cruiser. It's not a super heal, but it's a better heal. Sonar. You get 3.4 kilometer torpedo acquisition range, so not the greatest sonar in the world. Ship acquisition range is actually... okay, it's just under 5. It'll help you when you start closing the distance with the destroyers and their smoke screens. Consumable duration is 100 seconds. You get 3 of them. And then, of course, the smoke screen, like I said, it is a rolling smoke. It is not a full speed smoke, so you have to slow down in order to use it. But yeah, it's 90 seconds duration, which is nice. And then it takes forever to reload, 156 seconds, so... little over, what, minute and a half? Or, sorry, 2.5 minutes. Anyway, we are running the Italian Unity flag because if you squint just right, it looks like a Spartan helmet. And then, of course, the Type 9 camo, just because it looks good on the ship. And it comes with the ship, I believe. All right, survivability, and this is one of the things you're going to notice is we have a lot of new stats and stuff in the thing. So, armor or hit points, we have 34,400 hit points with a 7% torque reduction and a 40% fire resistance. So now that we can see that, we can throw that in there. 133 millimeter 50 caliber QF Mark 1s. These are very small guns. They're like what be 5.5 inch, maybe 5.2 inches or something like that. It's a little over 5 inches. It's not 6 inches. 6 inches is 152, so it's like 5.1, maybe 5.2. Who knows? Somewhere in that neighborhood. But anyway, firing range with this build, 16.8 kilometers. You can see that there are arrows showing you stats that have changed depending on your build. So for us, the green is good. That means you have made the stat better. Yellow means you've made the stat worse. So keep that in mind. But main battery traverse or reload time 5.8 seconds. Not the fastest reload time in the world. You could, if you wanted to, go with the Epic module. You get a little bit faster reload, but it reloads pretty decent, and you get a lot of guns. And despite its weird look, you've got a diamond pattern in the front, which I used a lot in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. But it's nice to see it in the real life or in the video game. But basically, you can get all the guns to bear at about, like, I want to say it's like 40 degrees, maybe 50 degrees off the bow. But then if you go any further than that, then you're going to lose one of the guns. But you still have anywhere from 12 to 14 guns pointing at the enemy target at any given time. All right. Main battery turret traverse is 10.6 seconds. Again, that is slightly worse than it was, but it's still very, very good. So you're not going to have to worry about these things ever being out of position most of the time. Shell grouping, 2.05. That's good, but not great for a cruiser. Like 2.05, I mean, I know battleships that have better grouping than that. Anyway, max range max range vertical dispersion 83 meters, horizontal dispersion 138.4. Again, you can go into all this stuff if you want. I don't think it'd need to. The main thing we're worried about, god dang it, did they screw this? How do you scroll? Oh, Lord have mercy, they screwed it up. Go figure. Leave it to Wargaming to screw up something that was working just fine. So you can't scroll down. It's got a scroll bar, but you can't actually scroll. Oh, that's an oopsie. Maybe oh, you have to, okay. So you have to hit A to go to details. Okay, I see what you did. Stupid. HE shell maximum damage of 1900. Muzzle velocity 792. Fire setting chance is up to 11 with this build, and then of course armor penetration, it can pin 22 mils of armor. I do like the extra stats, I ain't gonna lie. AP shell maximum damage is 2550, so very, very low. Muzzle velocity of 792. Armor penetration at point blank is 298. Armor penetration at maximum range 76. Minimum ricochet angle 45, guaranteed is 60. And it goes into the fuse timer and all that stuff too. I have gotten these AP rounds to arm on destroyers that are angled, but if they go full broadside, you're just going to overpin. So HE is usually going to be your better option. There will be certain destroyers that have a little bit of an armor belt that the AP will absolutely shred. I did that in the game you're about to see. Torpedo launchers. We have 4 quadruple launchers, giving us 16 total. You got 12 kilometers of range, 62 knots of speed. So not the fastest torps in the world, but good for area denial. You can just throw them out there, or you can tube by tube them as well, because it is a Commonwealth ship. It has the British gimmick of tube by tube launching, so you got that. 96-second reload. Decent damage as well for 533s at 15,753. They do punch pretty good. AA defense. It's okay. It's not amazing. 40 millimeter 39 caliber QF Mark 7. 16 of those doing 85 damage per second, reaching out to just 2.8 kilometers. I'm I'm not gonna lie. I just wish that you could use the right stick to scroll. I hate having to use a button to get onto it. AA defense for the 40mm Bofors Mark 7s. You get 8 of those doing 117 damage per second, reaching out to 3.9 kilometers. For the 133mm 50 caliber QF Mark 1 dual purpose main batteries, you get 14 of those doing 69 damage per second, noise, reaching out to 5.8 kilometers. And then you have a 20mm Oerlikon Mark 5 that you have 16 of doing 92 damage per second, reaching out to just 2.2 kilometers. So, not the best AA in the world, but it will shoot down planes if they keep hovering over your head. So at least you got that going for you. Maneuverability, turning circle is 760 meters, not the greatest. Maximum speed, 35.4 knots, which is not slow, but not fast. Engine spool-up time, again, you've got built-in propulsion mod, so 15 seconds. Reverse spool time, 8 seconds. Engine power multiplier speed threshold, I don't even know what that is. I ain't going to worry about that. And then, yeah. We'll just leave the rest as is. Detectability by sea, 8.6 kilometers with this build, so you can see pretty decently sneaky. There's been a lot of these cruisers coming in at really sneaky lately, so you would hope that that means that they're more willing to get rid of destroyers, as long as they're not firing their guns getting obliterated by battleships on their way. Detectability by air is 5.7, guaranteed as always 2, and detectability while firing in smoke, 3.6 kilometers. All right, statistics. I haven't got to play a lot of games in this thing yet. I had a very short morning, so I apologize, but I want to show you guys the ship. I've had a lot of fun in this ship. It is a really fun ship to play. I just haven't had a standout game so far in this thing. You can see the average damage, though, is 92,000. Like, I've done pretty well in it. I just haven't had a lot of time to actually play it. But as you'd expect, 16mm bow. Pretty average for British ships, so overmatchable by basically everything at the tier, including cruisers. So be careful there. There are a lot of cruisers that will absolutely yeet you, but you do have a little bit of an armor belt, or at least it looks that way. But as you'd expect, it being British, that is actually your citadel. It is an exposed citadel going all the way out to the edge, so you can angle it against certain guns, but I wouldn't chance it. More often than not, you just want to avoid getting shot altogether. Okay? Guns aplenty. A high number of guns allows for a lot of damage. This is what I'm talking about with the diamond formation in the front. You've got that nice little, I call it a power diamond in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts when I was building ships. But yeah, if you turn at like a 40-degree angle, like you can get your all 14 guns to fire at a target. But if you go any further than that, it pretty much knocks that extra turret out. Reloader, above average main battery reload speed, rapid reload torpedoes, above average torp reloads. Hector. In 1936, Great Britain started designing a cruiser based on a smaller version of the hull of the Southampton class cruisers. As a result, the Fiji-class ships were developed. However, had Great Britain decided to build a full-sized AA defense cruisers, a project could have been implemented that embodied an AA defense cruiser based on the hull of a Belfast-class ship. She was designed in 1945, never built. But not the prettiest looking ship you ever did see. And I do like the camo on it. It's pretty nice. Personally, I like it. It's kind of understated. But yeah, you can see those box launchers for the torps. They got pretty decent angles too, so you don't have to give yourself up to be completely dev-struck to use them. But overall, it's a fun cruiser. I ain't gonna lie. This is a lot of fun, as you'd expect out of most British cruisers. They're fun to play until you get exploded. But yeah, the only downside is whether or not you're gonna have a team capable of helping you out. That's the real question. This thing's capable of doing a lot, but tanking damage isn't one of them. So with that being said, let's get to the gameplay. Alrighty, so we're going to be on Trapped, and we are in the Hector. And like I said, I enjoy playing the British light cruisers, so I enjoy this ship. If you like to play those Dakka style cruisers, you're going to like this ship. It's got the option of having AP and HE, so you can get the damage over time. You've got the standoff torps as well with the area denial that come in real handy. And then, like I said, you do have the smoke screen. But this match is going to perfectly illustrate what I'm talking about with how this ship is solid. It is a fun ship to play. But you can also see just how absolutely useless my teammates are and how difficult it is to end up like trying to win a game when everybody on your team is trying to lose. I haven't really had a standout game in this. This is the best game that I've had in this ship, and that's just because I've only played 4. I had to get the video out as quickly as possible, and right now it's already 11:40 or 11:15. So this video is going to go up like immediately upon uploading. So not ideal there, but is what it is. So right out the gate, we go ahead, drop some tube-by-tube torps into the cap, hoping to maybe catch a destroyer slipping. You can see I am located, so there's a good chance that the destroyer's on our side. We already know this, but cruiser on our side runs away. Battleship isn't moving. It is a carrier game as well, and right out the gate, their carrier is going to come harass me. And of course, it's got to be an Enterprise, which perfectly counters cruisers with their AP bombs, making my job miserable for the entire game. Again, I don't get to play the cruisers the way everybody else does. I wish I did. I wish that I could ever load into a match and have a destroyer spotting for me while I sit behind a smoke screen or sit behind a island and try to dodge, or you know, I don't ever have that ever in a destroyer or in a cruiser. I have to do everything myself, which is why I don't play cruisers a whole lot. Because if I'm going to have to do that anyway, I might as well just be in a battleship, and then I can get rid of people a lot quicker. But anyway, as you can see, Enterprise totally balanced, coming in, making me miserable. It's so easy to dodge, right? And I do dodge quite a bit later on, but that's just because the guy's bad at dropping. But yeah, you can see I had to turn around and run, because what am I going to do? They've got a minimum 3 ships. We think there's destroyers here too, so that's 4 ships against us. And we got nobody. But you can see I'm going to go ahead, again, just flip around, drop some torps into the cap. If anybody comes across the cap, we might be able to catch them. You can see their destroyer is spotted currently on the back side of the island, so we were correct. Their destroyer is here. So, yeah. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, well, if we're not going to get any help from these guys, I'm going to go over here, try to get behind these battleships, let them spot for me, and then I'm going to start trying to get rid of the Brindisi, get some damage over time started. We use our smoke screen. You can see this is where I test out and find out that it's not a full speed smoke like the Italians have. This is a creeping smoke, or a rolling smoke, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, you have to slow down to at least quarter speed now. Unfortunate side of things, if you're in a British-style cruiser, slowing down is not easy. And of course, Musashi reverses, as you do. So now we get pushed out of our own smoke screen. But we still have quite a bit of smoke left, so it's not that big a deal. He gets to use some of our smoke screen as well. And he's doing a good job of slapping the Brindisi, so that's always a good thing. We just keep trying to hit him. You can see how long it takes these shells to get to the target at range, which is why I'm like, I don't know if you really necessarily want to add more range to these guns. It's much like an Atlanta. Trying to hit anything beyond 14 to 15 kilometers that's trying to dodge is darn near impossible. But we do get a double fire there on the Brindisi, who's about to go down to the Musashi anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we've set 3 fires. We've got 4,400 damage. Not looking particularly amazing, I get it. But as you can see, Njord is starting to push in as well. The destroyer's in the cap, so we're going to go ahead and drop some torps again into the cap, hoping to catch somebody. And that's when every other battleship on my team decides that they want to use my smoke screen. Don't do this if you're a battleship, ever. First of all, unless you're about to die and you need a smoke screen and you're not going to fire your guns, like, just stay out of a smoke screen. Like, you're wasting everybody's time. But you can see these guys are not doing anything, so I'm just going to leave them. I know the destroyer's over there. I know they're screwed. I couldn't care less. If they don't want to play their ships, I'm not going to protect them. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry, but I don't make the rules. Yeah, so as you can see, the left side is actually collapsing, so I'm trying to help them. They've got 3 battleships on this side. They got a better chance against the enemy than our team on the left side, as the Catalina gets himself depth struck. And by the way, the Spanish cruisers, in my experience so far, sadness. I'm not going to lie. Absolute sadness. On PC, you get the option of switching between the burst fire mode and normal reload, which comes in handy because most of the time you're not going to want a burst fire. You want the standard, like, faster reload. But on Legends, you don't get that option. You've got the burst fire all the time, which means you're basically screwed. You're going to get out DPM'd like nobody's business. If you give any sort of angle whatsoever, the thing gets obliterated with citadels. Like, it's not fun so far. At least in my experience, it hasn't been fun. But you can see D7Ps out there. The carrier's coming back, of course, because, you know, got to come after me out of everything in the entire lobby. Yeah, well, I can dodge too, sunshine. Screw you. But you can see we are working our way slowly over into a section where we might actually be able to shoot some battleships here. And you can see our teammate is smoking up, of course. I think it's a Italian Tier 8, the Lepanto. But we're going to go ahead and try to start farming these guys. And we're trying to dodge. You can see everybody in the lobby shooting at me. The D7's shooting at me. The carrier's trying to drop me. The battleships are going to start shooting at me. They've got nothing else to shoot at. It's just me. Lepanto's in a smoke screen. He's not firing his guns. The freaking carrier's hiding behind an island so that they can't shoot him. But Anhalt is going to make a big mistake here. As he goes behind the island, he's going to telegraph what he wants to do, which is close the distance, try to kill the carrier and torp. We do get a double fire on the Anhalt there. And you can see as I double back now, if I was to do anything different here, I would have dropped the torps there and then doubled back and used the torps on the other side. Instead, I just end up using the torps on the other side here. And you can see I'm trying to protect the carrier here by dropping the torps just around the island, because I figured that's what the Anhalt's going to do, right? He's going to try to get into that area behind the island, get the battleship and the carrier. So I want to keep him out of that, right? And you can see I'm already doubling back as well to try to help. Again, I've got the carrier on top of me, trying to put myself in positions to spot enemies and potentially shoot them. But again, I have to dodge everything in the lobby because I'm the only thing anybody cares about, because my team has been just completely and utterly useless. It's just the way it is. This is the problem with playing cruisers. Like, there are a lot of good cruisers out there, but when you depend on like damage over time or just death by a million cuts, this is what you get to deal with. Like, you've got to try to carry the lobby and pray to God your team lasts long enough for it to actually be, you know, a thing. You've got all the DPM in the world, but if you don't ever get a chance to actually put it to the paper, it can be a problem. But as you can see, Anhalt runs face first straight into our torpedoes, as you'd expect. We managed to take him down. He doesn't kill our carrier, so we at least save him for the time being. D7P is going into the center, so we're going to swing our guns around, try to get a shot over the island. Unfortunately, he goes dark. All those battleships decided to push over after I had abandoned that flank because they weren't going there to begin with, and they all run face first into our destroyer over there and get obliterated. So, fantastic teammates there, as you'd expect. The only one left is the Musashi. Again, at least Musashi was doing something useful. Those other two guys were completely useless. Musashi was at least doing some damage. But you can see Wisconsin, we're trying to get some shots out on him. And the reason I chose this match is for what's about to happen. It's completely hopeless, right? We're not winning this match. But I don't go down without a fight. Like, I just don't. I will continue fighting until it's GG's. Right? But Wisconsin takes a shot at me. He's firing HE, which tells me everything I need to know about him. He has no idea what he's doing. If you're in the Wisconsin and you're firing HE, you're doing something wrong, sunshine. But we get another fire on him. I believe that's a permanent fire after we got the 2 fires early. But unfortunately, down goes our Musashi to the plains, as you'd expect. You've got the easiest goddamn ship in the world to hit with those AP bombs because Musashi, no AA. But Wisconsin is going to actually get one of his heals back, which is a problem because then he's going to get to survive a little bit longer. And then I'm trying to dodge as many of these bombs as I can to at least give the carrier something to worry about, right? Like, at least he's not hitting every bomb on me, because those bombs hurt, man. Those AP bombs absolutely capable of citadeling us, and we've already seen it. So I've got to try to dodge as much as I can, but as we come out of our smoke screen, we get the D7P spotted, and you can see I do have HE loaded initially, so we're going to go ahead and use that. We get the HE out there, and we're already turning to engage, right? Like, I'm not afraid of a D7P. And that's when the Kitakaze comes around the corner, a gunboat destroyer. And this is what I was talking about with the AP can arm on destroyers, and it's deadly when it does. But you can see he's just begging for it. We're trying to finish him off real quick. You see when we do overpan, it's not quite as effective. But hopefully we can get rid of him real quick. We do manage to get rid of him. The bombs are coming in. The D7P's doing things. And that's when the cruiser and the Bravo captain comes around the corner and gets me spotted for a little bit longer, allowing the D7P to do its thing. But remember, we did launch those torpedoes out there, and this D7P has showcased that he is not the brightest in the world. and he is intent on shooting me while I'm spotted. Gets another hit on my torps and everything. Carrier comes in, hits us with some bombs as well. We've got the AP loaded, so if we do catch his broadside, we should be able to slap him. But again, these shells are so floaty. You've got to lead these so much. Fortunately for me, we do manage to catch him with a torpedo, and those torps hurt when you don't have much of a torp production. And we managed to slap him with the AP to finish him off with the torps as well. We dodge his bombs initially. That brings us up to 99,000 damage. The Njord is getting spotted here, so we're going to go ahead and launch some HE in his direction. Carrier's coming over as well. He's getting closer because he's able to drop us. You can see he was last spotted in the middle. We do get him spotted here around the edge of the island. We turn away from the Njord, we turn away from the Enterprise so that we can dodge these torpedoes a little bit, but American torps drop from the aircraft are slow as crap. So this is actually going to end up getting me killed. I do pick up the clear skies, so we live long enough for that, but as you can see, the cruiser in the middle chipping away at us, the Njord is shooting at us, the Enterprise trying to drop us. Like, it's just a matter of time. I'm just trying to stack up as much damage as I can before I go down. But as you can see, like, it was a completely hopeless game, but it showcases a lot of aspects of the ship. It showcases the AA of the ship. It showcases the maneuverability, what it can and can't do. Burst damage, given an opportunity. I mean, top of the leaderboard, as you'd expect. But let me know if you guys are enjoying any of the Spanish cruisers so far, if I'm crazy, or if you have tried the Hector out. I think it's a good ship. The Hector is a lot of fun, but I'll let you guys decide whether or not you want it, and if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.